Okay, chapter 6 on imagination. We are going to get our imagination flowing with this. In the last chapter, you really thought of new ideas and strategies or thoughts that could really help you move forward with your goal. So here we're going to pick your top one or two ideas from either the 333 exercise or the mind map exercise or both of them, and we're going to work with those. Okay, so the first thing I really need you to do, and these are the worksheets that I have for you, and I'm going to go through them with you so you understand how to use them. So on this first worksheet, write your goal at the top. It is really important to keep your goal front and center, because when you do that, you are automatically in the vibration of your goal. You are resonating in harmony with it. So you're on that frequency. So you are beginning to attract ideas to you that resonate with your goal. And so if you don't have your goal front and center, or if it's kind of cloudy or mucky, you don't know exactly what it is that you want. And so you cannot know when good ideas flow to you. So my goal, write it out in detail, just the concise version that you put on the goal card. Then next, I need you to write down your one or two favorite ideas from the 333 or mind map exercises. And this is just really short and sweet, so you just kind of give yourself a reminder of what these two ideas are, okay? And you might need to print out a sheet for each idea, because we want to make sure that you have enough space to work with it. So you're going to write out a written description of that idea. So not only is it just a bullet point, but now it's a full description of what the idea looks like. What do you have? Maybe you're writing a book, for instance, and so the idea is I have this book about, I don't know, horses, and it's going to talk about the different breeds of horses that you find in the United States. Whatever it is that you want. So what you want to do is just write a written description of the idea of what it is that you are creating. And then description of what I'm going to do, strategies to execute the idea. So what are some strategies that you can use in order to get that book written? Well, for one, okay, I'm going to make an outline. Two, I'm going to research these horse breeds. And three, I'm going to figure out what they're used for and what parts of the countries they're in. And so you're going to list all of those types of things, strategies to get that book done. And maybe it's bring in an expert, or let's say you're going to go to different horse breeders and talk to them about the types of horses that they have. So you're going to figure out all the ways that you can use to get this book written, right? Get your goal achieved. Then look in those strategies for the action steps that you need to take and list them in order of importance. So the first thing you might need to do is research a little bit on how many horse breeds there are, for instance, and make an outline of your book. And those are the probably couple of things that need to happen first. And keep going throughout your strategies that you created in your description in number 3, and just list those action steps that need to happen first, right? You have to create an outline before you can write the book. So for instance, writing the book is farther down on the list, and you have to have the book written before you're actually selling it. So you see how action steps can be put into some sort of timeline. Okay, so then the next page, my action plan. So you're going to take the strategies and the actions that you listed above and describe the plan as clearly as possible that you intend to use to achieve your goal. So you're going to take these action steps and strategies that you've come up with, and you're going to write it out. This is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do this second. I'm going to do this third, and this, and this until it's complete. So write it out. Napoleon Hill says, as soon as you write out your action plan, you're started. Okay, so that is the beginning step. Write it out in full detail as to what you are going to do in order to reach your goal. Then you're going to take a look and figure out what types of specialized knowledge you need in order to achieve your goal. So what help do you need? You don't have to know it all, and that's the beauty of it, right? Other people have specialized knowledge in different places. For instance, a vet might have specialized knowledge for the horse breeds that you have, or a horse breeder might know, or a trainer, or somebody who knows how to publish a book, for instance. You might need to know that type of knowledge. So if you know the specialized knowledge that you will need, you write it down here. And then if there is somebody in particular that you know, put their name down so you can easily contact them. If you are the person that's going to accumulate this specialized knowledge, write your name down. But the fact is that specialized knowledge can also come from other places, not just people. So you can go to, a research, some sort of research place that you can find this information. You can look it up on the internet. You can look it up in a book. You can find all sorts of different things. So write that down. Get organized in your mind. Okay, this is especially necessary for you to stay organized and on top of your project. Next, you're going to organize yourself some more with some key dates. And this is just a generic calendar, so you can put in the month and you can print it out as many times as you want, or you can print out any calendar you want, or use any type of calendar. However, the idea behind this is you want to work backwards from when you want your project to be complete, when you want your goal to be complete. So if I want my book to be written in 6 months, then, or published in 6 months, then I have to know that work backwards from there. It needs to be typeset before that, and it has to be up on the platform, and all these things have to happen in timeline order in order for it to work. So a calendar is especially helpful in this case. So use a calendar and work backwards from your due date and reverse engineer it and see what has to happen and what key dates need to happen in order for you to stay on track to reach your goal. Then you have a to-do list. So what actions do you need to take? Who's going to do them and by when? So when you have this larger calendar, you can easily extract these things and figure out, oh, this week I need to focus on this. This week I need to focus on that. Ooh, today I have to get this done. If I'm going to be on track to have this done by the end of the month, then I need this done this week, right? And then you can designate who it is. So you don't have to do all the work. Maybe there's somebody who you know or who has specialized knowledge that you can go to work with, right? And so you have to designate that, and you have to disseminate that type of work too among other people. So that is the way to create an action plan. Now look at that first word there under to-do list is actions. Now that you take the time to do all this organization and figure out what it is that you need to do, you must act immediately. And that's what Napoleon Hill says. We need to have a plan of continuous action. So it's not just good enough to create the plan. That's the first step. You must execute the plan. So use this tactic, these worksheets, to help you organize what it is you're going to do and then get started.